It's the height of the Spanish summer. Peak season for tourists. But across the country, there's a backlash. The Spanish have had enough. It's a Sunday afternoon and the centre of Barcelona is heaving, with lifelong residents who want their city back. Protesters say the insatiable desire by tourists to live like a local is forcing them out.
Pisos turístics que ens expulsen de casa i la gent està enfadada perquè no té casa, no té on viure.
There are thousands of people marching through the streets of Barcelona today. It is a peaceful protest so far, but you can feel the anger.
There have been rallies against mass tourism right across Spain, but the holidaymakers keep coming. Spain's expecting 100 million international travellers this year alone, and it's on track to overtake France as the world's most visited country. Now, locals are taking matters into their own hands as the authorities try to work out how to cope with the crowds and quell the anger. Tourism's one of the biggest industries here, and it employs 3 million people. But at what cost?
And a very warm welcome to Ibiza, where the local time is 12:20 in the afternoon.
Ibiza is Spain's party island. Known for super clubs with world-famous DJs, luxury yachts and beautiful Mediterranean beaches. But many of Ibiza's residents are fed up with mass tourism's impact on their lives. They're also worried about what it's doing to the beauty of their island.
Perquè són les vides de tots i totes les que estan en lloc, perquè el turisme afecta a cada racó de les nostres quotidianitats.
Environmental activist Laura San Miguel grew up here.
In the busiest days of the summer, we more than double the population of the island in one single day, and that is many, many, many days consecutive. And so there's actually not a single place in the island that you can be alone anymore these days.
How do you feel about that?
Sad. I feel sad. Tourism is a good thing, but when it just takes over all of your personal spaces, it's tiring. Now it's so very crowded. And there is a steady deterioration of natural places.
A lot of people know Ibiza for the clubs and the parties, but why is it unique for you?
Well, for me, it is definitely nothing to do with the clubs and the parties. It, for me, is the nature. I think we're very lucky. We've got beautiful beaches, coves, cliffs, beautiful seaside, and it is very forested.
But it's what's in the water that's really special. Ibiza is home to one of the largest meadows of the seagrass Posidonia in the world. It's part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
So it's over 100,000 years old, this prairie. And it is lush with biodiversity. It is like breeding ground for many species. But I think, for example, one of the big issues, not just here, but in many of the beaches of the island, is yachts, which, you know, the populations of yachts have exploded in recent years, and they are anchoring on top of this seagrass. When they pull out the anchor, they pull the seagrass with it. So we are finding that it's dying off in many places because of this. It's not replacing itself fast enough.
There are rules protecting Ibiza's natural habitats, but it seems nowhere's off limits. Famous American DJ Diplo has just been fined €300,000. That's more than $500,000 for this party last year in a nature reserve.
And I think it's one of the most beautiful spots in Ibiza. I was so shocked, and people around me were so shocked. I think most people in the island that saw that footage were pretty shocked.
Why?
Because it is not the place for it. There are many places for this in the island, and here in nature reserve there is many vulnerable creatures.
Laura says sunsets here used to be packed, but locals blocked off a nearby car park, making the hike in long and steep.
When you see it empty now, how does that make you feel?
Feels amazing, and it feels like a great win, not for us islanders, but for the species, the nature in here, first and foremost.
Ibiza was once a poor island. Tourism's brought great wealth, but not for everybody.
Todo esto que estáis viendo, todos estos edificios y todos estos apartamentos son turísticos.
Taxi driver Alicia is taking me for a drive around her island home. She works 12-hour days, usually 7 days a week, earning what was once considered reasonable pay.
La isla ha cambiado mucho desde que yo era pequeña. Había muchos menos hoteles, mucha menos gente, no era todo tan caro y no había tanta gente.
Today, Ibiza has a profound housing shortage, and as apartments are converted to holiday lets, such as Airbnb listings, many locals are priced out. Makeshift camps have been popping up across the island. Many of the residents are workers. With no other option, Alicia's ended up living in this one.
Hola.
I'm catching up with her before her next shift.
Hola, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
¿Qué tal? ¿Sentamos? ¿Quieres?
El problema está en el tema de tener que estar yo en esta situación, viviendo en una caravana. Antiguamente no pasaba, había vivienda para todo el mundo. Yo antes, a día de hoy, vivo así. Anteriormente tenía un piso, vivía en un piso donde yo tenía una vida normal.
But when Alicia had to move out and find a new apartment, she was blindsided by a demand for 6 months' rent up front.
El problema está en que esos 14.000 euros de golpe, por ejemplo, no los puedo pagar, entonces me siento mal. Esta situación ha cambiado tanto. Yo, al trabajar tantas horas y llevar tantos años trabajando, me crea mucha impotencia esta situación.
There's also been a huge emotional cost. Alicia has an 11-year-old son, Raul. She doesn't want him to live in a caravan, so she's sent him to relatives.
Él no le gusta, claro que no. No le gusta que yo tenga que estar también protestando por esta, porque no me lo merezco. Pero es muy fuerte él.
It's very tough. Tough for him and tough for you.
Sí. It's very difficult, this. But soy muy fuerte. Seguiré luchando y seguiré dando lo mejor para todo. Para mi hijo y para mí.
What is your message for tourists?
Mi mensaje al turista no es más que simplemente que vean la realidad que está pasando aquí, que sepan que ellos están siendo bien recibidos cuando nosotros estamos siendo olvidados.
Even higher paid essential workers such as nurses, police officers and teachers struggle to find a place to live. Authorities here say they've begun regulating and reducing holiday apartment listings to free up housing for locals. But I'm meeting someone who says that's not having any impact.
Está bien.
It's the end of the school year for computer science and chess teacher Juanjo Bonin.
They use the game to resolve problems or to make a decision, you know?
At the age of 58, he shares an apartment with 2 other teachers.
Porque los funcionarios tenemos un buen sueldo. Cuando digo un buen sueldo, es un sueldo que se puede vivir. Y ahora aquí no hay viviendas que nosotros podamos pagar. Bueno, haced otra.
And every summer, he and his housemates have to move out because their landlord wants the apartment back for peak season.
¿Qué pasa el 30 de junio o el 1 de julio? Que entonces tengo que abandonar la isla porque no tengo casa. Me parte el corazón, porque claro, es lo que hay.
There's an emotional cost for Juanjo too.
No es fácil, pero digamos que tuve que renunciar a la custodia compartida, porque mis hijas, me lo dijo la juez, yo no tenía una casa para ellas. Entonces, ellas no podían venir a mi casa. Yo no tengo casa.
After school, Juanjo begins the yearly ritual of taking all of his belongings to a storage unit for the summer.
Here's what we do. When we finish, we have the suitcases and bags, and they've moved all this to the storage. Lucky to find a storage with a low price.
Do you worry about the future of this island?
Bueno, yo creo que el futuro pinta mal. Tenemos trabajo, pero nadie quiere venir aquí. Ni policías, ni jueces, ni médicos, ni enfermeras, ni profesores. Están a un precio imposible, incluso para nosotros, que tenemos un buen sueldo. Pero el problema no es el turismo, el problema es cómo se gestiona. El problema es que no tengamos vivienda. Here's where I store all my things. Oh, thank you.
Pop it here and you can decide where
Yes.
it goes.
He'll be back after the summer.
Here's a couple more.
Yes, thank you. Los niños no podemos abandonarlos, no podemos dejarlos sin profesores aquí.
Over on the mainland, Barcelona is bursting with tourists too. Cruise ships and cheap flights bring huge crowds to a city famous for its food, culture, year-round sunshine and unique architecture. But for many of the people who live here, it's become unbearable. One of the most popular stops on the tourist trail is Park Güell, designed by Spain's most celebrated architect, Antoni Gaudí.
It's beautiful.
But very busy.
But very busy.
Eva Vilaseca was born and bred in Barcelona and lives around the corner from the park. Many of the apartments in the area have been converted to holiday rentals, and those that are left are becoming unaffordable for local people.
Soc mare soltera, vic sola amb el meu fill a Barcelona i tinc molta por que l'any que ve m'han de renovar el contracte i de poder seguir vivint al meu barri. Destino més del 50% de la meva renda i jo sé que si m'han de pujar el lloguer, a part que no el podré pagar, no només hauré de sortir al meu barri, per tant treure el meu fill de la meva escola, sinó hauré de sortir de Barcelona.
Ava's so frustrated she's become part of a neighbourhood group called Reclaim Park Güell.
Penso que és absolutament necessari que hi hagi una reducció bastant radical del nombre de turistes que arriben a Barcelona. La nostra demanda, tenint en compte que som una plataforma de barri, la nostra demanda és que es disminueixi el 50% de visitants diaris al Parc Güell.
Otherwise, she says, the whole city will suffer.
Tot això suposa una pressió al transport públic, a la sanitat, a la gestió de residus, al consum d'aigua, a l'espai públic, a la saturació de l'espai públic i a l'habitatge. La sensació d'estar quotidianament a un lloc massificat de turistes és agobiant, estressant i acaba generant odi i ràbia en relació al turista bastant visceralment.
Today, Ava, her 4-year-old son Jan and her neighbourhood group are meeting at Park Güell. They're heading into the city for a mass protest against mass tourism. The humble water pistol, a symbol of their resistance.
La gent està molt enfadada. Hi ha molta ràbia, molta frustració i molta indignació, ho podeu veure. Ja n'hi ha prou. Que no volem més pisos turístics i volem les cases per la gent de la ciutat.
For 2 hours, they focus their fury at bewildered tourists, the industry catering to them, and the government. Things start to escalate as some of the protesters try to block the doors of tourist accommodation.
Changed just in the last couple of minutes. There have been firecrackers set off, a lot of water pistol action towards this youth hostel, and the crowd's getting really angry.
A hostel worker is caught up in the chaos. Riot police move in to stop the protesters from reaching the world-famous Sagrada Familia a few hundred metres away. But tourists queuing to see the cathedral are oblivious. The protesters don't get close, but make their point. 2 days after the protest, Barcelona's City Council calls Airbnb in for a meeting. Council's already announced a ban on all short-term holiday apartments, but that won't take place until 2028. Today, councillors are taking Airbnb to task over listings they claim are illegal. After an hour, the Airbnb team is shown the door. And Barcelona's Mayor Jaume Collboni delivers a scathing assessment.
El nostre missatge ha estat molt clar per la plataforma. Ningú està sobre de les lleis i ningú està per sobre de la voluntat democràtica d'un ajuntament i d'una ciutat de decidir quin model i quines polítiques d'habitatge fa o quin model de turisme defensa.
I head straight to Airbnb's Barcelona headquarters for their take.
Would you mind stepping here for a second?
Sure.
The Director General for Spain is Jaime Rodriguez de Santiago.
I think it's very convenient to find a scapegoat instead of actually tackling such a complex problem. We actually take down the listings that they require us to do. We've been doing that for more than 7 years. That agreement that we have is actually above and beyond anything that we have in any other country in Europe.
Local people have told us, though, that they feel their neighbourhoods are being swamped by touristic apartments, that the soul of their city is being sucked away. What do you say to that?
The reality, if you look at the numbers, is that 8 out of 10 tourists in Barcelona don't stay in short-term rentals, they stay in hotels. But obviously there's been a storytelling unfolding around this narrative of whether short-term rentals are or not the culprit for the over-tourism issue.
None of the protests or politics seem to have dented the enthusiasm of summer holiday makers, who continue to arrive in their millions.
Did you know people have been protesting around Spanish cities about...
Yeah, I heard about that. Even before we came, we saw the TV news. But anyway, I think we are more open-minded and we love this country, and we bring income to this country, and we add to their GDP, right?
Have you sort of felt any anti-tourist sentiment here?
No, we don't see any antagonism as much as you hear about. I mean, we see the graffiti, but that's part of the charm of the town, I think.
Tourism is Spain's main source of income, and the industry employs 3 million people.
Monumental waterfall.
E-bike tour guide Alicia Laguna is one of them.
And now it's on. So this is called Cascada Monumental, Monumental Waterfall. This was built in 1888, the World's Fair here in Barcelona.
Beautiful.
Alicia makes a living from tourism, but he acknowledges tourism makes it hard to live.
As someone who works in the tourism industry, what have you thought of the anti-tourist feeling in Barcelona?
I understand why people are feeling that they are like being invaded by so many tourists. Have you heard about people spraying tourists with water guns?
I saw it.
I will never justify that, but I can understand why some people feel like that.
Alesh says he tries to educate his tour groups so they learn about the people, history and culture of the city he loves.
What can we as tourists be doing to be better tourists?
Two main things. First place, learn a bit of Spanish and Catalan so that we know you are interested in our language, and buy in local places.
What's your message for tourists?
I would say come. You can come here. Don't come in hordes of people, please. Just come slowly but surely, because we have a lot of places to show you. We have plenty of culture to share with you, and we are pleased to do that. But we are not your playground. We are a city like yours, like everyone's city, with workers, with people enjoying their time, and it, of course, gets difficult if there are so many people. Just come here and enjoy Barcelona because you will have a good time.
Spanish people are doing what they can to reclaim their neighbourhoods. In the shadows of major tourist attractions, there are glimpses of local life. And flashes of local culture. By night, Alesh For's Laguna leads a neighbourhood drumming group. At a traditional Catalan fire run festival, the streets have become a stage for a battle between good and evil. And there's barely a tourist in sight. Locals are taking back their neighbourhood, at least for the night.